Never play Torpedoey Smokey with an American destroyer when life is on the line. A World of Warships video by Dangerously Incompetent. I'm commanding the Mahan, USA Tier 7 destroyer. We're on the Neighbours chart and it's a Tier 7 battle. In my ongoing quest to find a video format that I can upload a World of Warships video battle to YouTube in under 8 hours, and yet after YouTube has mangled it for it not to be completely blurry, this is being recorded in 720p resolution to an MP4 format, but only at 30 frames per second rather than 60. So I'm hoping it will still be clear and yet buttery smooth after YouTube has finished mangling it, and I will be able to upload this in 3 hours or so. Right, now the battle. I'm heading to the sea cap. You can see a large chunk of the friendly fleet is following me. I expect to see a chunk of the enemy fleet heading towards sea, because everybody likes islands to hide behind, don't they? There we can see some of the enemy fleet. They're heading this way, so I'm starting to think about torpedoing them. 9.2 kilometers range on my torpedoes. They're not in range yet, but they're heading into it. So if I'm clever, I might be able to get some of them. But the eagle-eyed amongst you will have noticed something about the cap counter. It's stopped. That means there's an enemy ship in the sea cap with me. And he must be behind that island, otherwise he would be spotting me, or I him. So really I shouldn't be concentrating on those ships who are far away. I should be concentrating and saving my torpedoes for this guy who's just popped out from behind the island. Having been seen and being within line of sight of these guys, I want to disappear toot sweet, and just in time. I drop my smoke. The Minikaze feels the same way and drops his smoke, and then he starts playing Torpedoey Smokey. But I'm pointed towards him, so I've got a narrow profile for him to hit. I don't even have to dodge, and his torpedoes, they look to be on wide setting to me. Now it's my turn to play Torpedoey Smokey. And even if I don't get the Minikaze, with a bit of luck I might hit the Murmansk, given where he's going. Doctrine says I'm an American destroyer, he's a Japanese destroyer. I should close, spot him and shoot him with my guns. He tries playing Torpedoey again, but he's been sitting side on in smoke. And you know what that means, don't you, boys and girls? Yes, that's right, it's a paddling. Now I'm going to add insult to injury. I'm going to hide in his smoke. Just waiting on my torpedoes to reload, and then I'm going to do that Murmansk. Except I'm detected! Did you notice? The Minikaze's smoke is disappearing, and that Koenig got to see me. Then we opened up a gap between the island, the smoke and the island. Then Koenig saw me, and panic time! Run away, get behind the island! I've been shooting, so my detection range is up. But I'm lucky. There's no one over here to spot me. And now I'm behind the island from the Murmansk, and I can hide in my smoke that's still here. The Minikaze and I dropped our smoke almost at the same time. Don't believe me? Go back and have a look. And take a note of the time while you're there. Because this is a bit OP. The American destroyer smoke. It lasts so long compared to the Japanese and Russian. In fact, I'm not playing Japanese and Russian destroyers at the moment, and I won't do so for the foreseeable future, because this smoke is such an advantage. Even up here at Tier 7, where you start seeing Tier 8 and 9 Russian and American cruisers who've got radar, you can see through your smoke at long distances. They're few and far between. The smoke duration is still a huge advantage. And it's why I'm doing so well in this ship. that's what I really wanted to show you in this video, in this battle. So I'm now going to speed things up. The rest of the battle, you'll see me not struggling, but having a hard time with my map awareness, trying to keep track of all these enemy ships, because I get quite close to a lot of them. Where they are, where they're going, are they closing with me, am I closing with them, are they going to come around the corner of an island and see me? Because I'm trying to get close enough to use my torpedoes and yet remain unspotted. So I've either got to use an island or smoke or distance. And you can see the blue dotted line and then the torpedo line. There's a very small gap there. So if you play it right, you can fire your torpedoes off at the enemy whilst they're within range and get hits without being seen, even in open water. That's with the unupgraded torpedoes on the Mahan. The upgraded torpedoes are faster, do more damage, but their range is smaller. In fact, it's smaller than your detection range. So your only option is islands or smoke if you want to shoot torpedoes without being seen. I prefer to have the extra option of a longer range torpedo range longer than my detection range, so I can torpedo enemy ships from open water. Gives you more tactical options. Now they really are being cheeky here. I'm in smoke, so they can't see me. They can see my shots, but they're just chancing it. I've got allied ships within their range, so they could be shooting them, but instead they're shooting at me, mostly missing, but I don't want to stick around and try. I want to try my luck elsewhere. That torpedo launch was a bad sign. That being shot at whilst in smoke was throwing me. There's no one within torpedo range, so those torpedoes are going to run out before they hit anyone. Now I'm going to try and sneak B again, but I've got to keep track of these guys who are heading closer to me. I've got to keep track of these guys who are running around away from the rest of the fleet and closing with me. That Bayern, he can see me if I pop around this island. Yep, that's a mistake. My eyes were on these guys. Forgot about him. Moved forward. And now the island is not between us. He can see me. And then to make matters worse, I fluffed my turn. I'll run myself aground. And I'm paying the price of it. Being shot up. Ow, ow, ow. But I'm still getting the torpedo hits. And now my smoke has cooldown has run out, so I can pop my smoke. But they're still getting hits on me. Cheeky so-and-sos. More torpedo hits, thank you very much. Should have been thinking about torpedoing that Bayern, he's still coming this way. But friendlies are finishing him off quite happily. Map awareness really is the tricky bit for destroyers when you're trying to get close enough to torpedo people. And I haven't helped myself by being in the middle of the map. It's a lot easier when you're on the outskirts because you've got fewer enemies to keep track of and they're all in one direction rather than more enemies and there's some over here and there's some over there and yeah. Anyway, this smoke is going to be ending soon, so I've stopped firing my guns and now it's time to run off. Maybe I can sneak B from the south again. I'm totally missing that guy. He's not entering my thoughts at all. But the other colour rider, he's in my thoughts and in my torpedoes. Ha 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 ha. These two Koenigs have been a pain all game. They've been circling around B. Almost within range, within spotting range. They've had a few torpedoes off me. But they've been a pain in the butt. And now they're still being in the pain in the butt. I was hoping to back up around this island and then fire off my torps, but Paratrusk is closing again. As soon as I stick my nose out past the island, he's going to see me. He's quite close, so he'll probably be able to shoot me, and I've got very few hits left. Oops. He just snuck past the island, but friendlies have finished him off. And friendlies are about to finish that guy off as well. I've got to worry about him. Me firing has raised my detection range so he could see me. Let's slow down. And it was a bit touch and go there, but I've managed to make it behind the island, and now I make a mistake. My blood's up, there's only one enemy left. I want to get the points. I should have stayed behind that island, let someone else spot him. That way I would know where he is. I could either pop out of view range and loose my torpedoes, or have a better idea of the risk and where he is and get close, so he's got no chance to dodge my torpedoes. As it is, he's close enough to see me and shoot me. I get my torpedoes off, but it's going to be a long range shot. He can figure they're coming, so he'll be trying to dodge. My dodging was pathetic there. I didn't see him shoot. I didn't see the muzzle flash with the sun glaring in my eyes. But I should totally have slowed down and turned to starboard. That way his shots would have landed in front of me. But no, I was turning to port, went broadside on, and he got me. But maybe there's a chance for retribution. Here come the torpedoes. Here they come. Here they go. Will they? One gets in. No flooding. For shame. But pretty good game overall from me. 1 kill, 93,000 damage, goodly number of torpedo hits, and a fair chunk of gunnery hits. And now we outnumber them. Last guy 4-1, and they just pound him to death. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget, if you really like it, put the thumbs up and encourage me to make more of them, or even better, subscribe, so I can get to internet stardom and make this a career and make some money out of it. That would be nice.